Business with a servant's heart. Welcome to the podcast. Steve Ramona. Business with a servant's heart. Listen to the podcast. Steve Ramona. We're all about to talk on life. Our guest will share his life story. We want you to success in life. We're ready and we will start shortly. We're gonna talk on life. We're gonna talk on business. You're gonna shine bright. We are gonna witness. Business with a servant's heart. Welcome to the podcast. Business with a servant's heart. Listen to the podcast.
Welcome to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. I'm your host, Steve Ramona. Every episode is an invitation, a reminder that business and life isn't just about profit, it's about purpose. It's about showing up with a servant's heart in every deal and every decision, every day to make a powerful impact on others. Today's guest is going to light you up. You'll be motivated, you'll be challenged, and most importantly, you're going to walk away with tools that inspire action both in your life and the lives of others. Audience, here's your homework. How will you serve yourself and others today? Doesn't have to be a big impact. Even a small act of kindness or courage can change the game. So lean in, take notes. Shout out to my two sponsors, A Mind for All Seasons. Your brain is your greatest competitive edge, and it deserves to perform like one. Want to think faster, remember more, and stay focused longer? Just text the word optimize to 72000. Optimize to 72000 and get instant access to 6 short, powerful videos, each just 3 to 5 minutes, that reveals simple strategies to unlock peak mental performance. Because when your brain is clear, your business grows. And Epic Impact, the storytelling system that helps your message connect and convert, it's just 4 steps. Engage, persuade, inspire, close with clarity. I use it every day for all my messages. Try it free at epicimpact.ai with code STEVE. Change your messages, change your results. Excited to announce Doing Business with a Servant's Heart podcast was named top 6 in small business marketing. Thank you all of you, my guest and my audience. You've impacted so many people. Let's continue doing that. Welcome everyone to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart podcast, where we bring on guests that will serve you and teach you how to serve and motivate you, inspire you, and educate you. Well, we're diving into AI again, which I'm excited about because it's here to stay. Like the internet back in 97, it's here to stay. We're 30, whatever many years, internet's only growing. So let's jump right in. Nathan, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Steve. Happy to be here and have a great discussion.
Yes, AI, elephant in the room for everybody. How do you humanize it so it works?
Well, that's a great question. As we talked about before in the green room, we have human receptionists that have been answering phone calls for 20 years. And we just launched our new product, which is the AI receptionist. So we know a little bit about this. We've been learning. I think everybody's trying to catch up. But when we developed this AI receptionist, I told the developers, look, this has to do exactly what our humans can do over the phone, and it needs to provide the same level of service. Otherwise, we're not going to market. We've got a great name in the customer service industry. People know us. They love our service. And when we launched, I was frankly very surprised of how well the voice sounds, how well it interacts with people, the human-like interaction. So we've been very surprised on how well this technology works with humans.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love how you say that. What's the ROI or benefit? ROIs, every business has to have an ROI. What's their benefit for having this service instead of having a human answer?
Sure. Well, first of all, the ROI on our legacy product, the human receptionist, is incredibly valuable. And this just adds even more value. The AI receptionist is about half of what we charge for the human receptionist. So most of our clients are in the couple of hundreds of dollars a month. We're talking about small businesses, 1 to 10 employees. Of course, we service larger businesses as well, but that's kind of our sweet spot. So half the price of what we charge, but it can do more. And it will be able to do more as time goes on. And that's what we love about technology. We don't have to keep teaching receptionists on new systems over and over and over. We can add to the technology and then it kind of adapts going forward.
No, that's very cool because that's where AI we talked about in the green room time and how it's going to save time. Because like, hey, Steve Ramona's answering the phones. Now he's not answering the phones. Well, there's probably 5 other jobs Steve Ramona could do
Yeah.
to grow the company and scale and whatever your goal is and mission for the company. So let's jump into the receptionist side. I know people listening I have on my show or audience have a business, but they don't have a receptionist. Maybe the HR answers it, or the sales director, or the owner.
Mm.
What's the power of bringing somebody like you on?
Well, you know, with all of the money that you spend on marketing and all of the dollars that we're giving to Google and every single small change that we make to try to optimize that headline in the ad and get people to go to your website, you've got to have a phone number for people to call in. You really do. And people really want to talk to a human or, even if it's AI, they want to have that audio connection with your business. And so that's where this really pays off. As a small solo attorney, you have somebody call in. If you don't answer that call, they're going on to the next attorney.
Well said, because now I'm thinking in my head, yeah, if I'll go on Google, I get 20 names. I'm just, oh,
One
you
after the
answer.
other.
Okay, how much is your roofer? A roofer is
Yeah.
another great example. Oh,
Yes.
you're 15,000. Well, the other 4 guys I talked to who didn't answer. I've done that last year for
Yeah.
a duplex that I rent. Is for a floor I call for the guy that answered, the 2 guys that answered got my business because I weighed their prices, looked at their what they do. That God, that's well said, Nathan. I love that.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that aspect. So, regards to having this answer the call, this is a personal question. I don't know anybody out there, but do you have different voices, like female voice, things like that?
Yeah, we're testing of different voices. We do have, we are testing some male voices, some other female voices. Right now, we're restricting to one voice that we feel is really performing the best, and we're constantly working on adding new voices within the next probably 3 to 6 months.
In all these years you've done having the humans, does it really matter? Because when I ask the question, I'm like, probably doesn't really matter what the voice sounds like.
Yeah, you would be surprised.
Okay.
You would be surprised. We've had clients come to us in the past and say, "Hey, listen, I only want female or males answering my calls," and we won't do that. We're not discriminating based off of gender, but you do have some that want a certain dialect or a certain accent, and so we're testing some of that.
Well, I'm pretty fired now. I wish I had a business. I'd love to use your AI product. It's fantastic. Um, Tell me a story of a company you've worked with. You've done this many, many years. I'm sure you got tons of them. It'd be hard to pick one, but they used your receptionist program. Maybe they've used the AI and what the backside looked like on their benefits.
Yeah, sure. Well, a fun story that's coming to mind. And again, we've been in business 20 years, but our recent product is the AI. So that's what we're focused on. That's what we're excited about.
Mm-hmm.
We have a client who's been with us for, I believe, 5 years. Don't quote me on that. But they do on our human receptionist side, and they do elder law, very specific. And they have a lot of elderly clients calling in. They need to speak to somebody. They're not using the internet, to communicate with their attorney. And so they came to us. They wanted us to answer the phone. We answer some questions. We get them over to the right attorney. If their attorney's not available, at least we make them feel like they've reached the right place and that we're going to take care of them and get their message to the right person. So this client of ours, the attorney, she came to us and said, I need somebody to start answering at night. So I want to add service, but I don't want to add budget. I don't have any, I don't want to add any, I don't want to pay you any more money. And this is,
Fair.
we get this all the time in business. And so we have to overcome it. But we happen to be launching the AI and we love this use case. And so we came to her and said, hey, listen, we've got this new product, AI Receptionist. We'd love to have you try it for free and see how your callers respond to it. We think you're in a very unique business for this test run. She was very resistant. As you can imagine, this age group is not as tech savvy. They may not, respond to it very well. But after some convincing, free is always the love language in business. Um, well, fast forward to today. 3 months later of her using the service, she's one of our biggest advocates. Her callers love it. They communicate with it like a human, so they don't act weird when they're talking to it. Uh, no problems understanding it, no complaints, generally no complaints. It's been phenomenal. It's the best use case I've seen.
That's a great story you picked because Ellen Law, just like it's emotional, like real estate.
Mm-hmm.
They want to talk to someone. I mean, they're buying $1 million home, a $500,000 home. They've got a lawsuit that's millions of dollars or hundreds of, thousands of dollars. It becomes emotional,
Yeah.
which I love. I'm falling in love with this product. But here's the thing: the elephant in the room. I feel when it comes to these calls, I just did it last week with my internet company. It took me 5 minutes before I can get to a person, and that's not wait time. It was click 3, click 1, click 2. And you're shaking your head. You probably hear this.
All
Do
the
you
time.
overcome that as well, where it's less levels, I guess you would say?
Well, what we do, what's really unique and specific about Abby is if there's any friction in the call whatsoever, we instantly transfer that to a human receptionist. Zero wait time. And we don't charge the business for that call. So we guarantee every single call. I hope that answers your question.
It does. So what I'm blown away. You see my face is like, what? So AI, is this the AI product that's doing that can hear the friction?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it listens for certain keywords and then analyzes those keywords. And along with the keywords, if you say something 2 or 3 times in a row, then it indicates that you're not getting the response you want. It also analyzes the sentiment of the call. And so these are things that the business owner can tweak in our next release, where they can set thresholds and say, if they say the same word 3 times versus 2 times, I want you to transfer it to a human.
Yeah, it's powerful. Well, that's the great use of AI because now you're making humans better,
Exactly.
which
Yeah.
people forget about AI. It's they're robots and what's the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminators? I think Terminators and the world state did. No,
Right.
we're not going to be alive if that ever happens.
Yeah.
So I read you have AI or something. You could do this in 60 seconds for all your clients. They can get the call answered.
We can. So we took our long history of answering phones and all that experience and some of the call recordings and transcriptions of calls, and we used that to create a baseline receptionist. And so typically in AI, people are used to training a model with tons of data, right? And that's why it's been really something that only enterprise companies can use, because small businesses don't have a lot of data and they surely don't have it in a readily available format. So what we've done is we've created this baseline receptionist. They come in, they answer a couple of questions through the website, and then they're up and running within 60 seconds. Now, this is built so that we try to learn as we go along and make it even better and add more functionality for you. But you can be up and running immediately, 60 seconds.
That's beautiful. And you just did the tagline for AI. It's learning like your business is to be better.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
learning to take over. You're not taking over. It's wow, you're a smart guy. You are a smart guy. This is
Just love technology. You know what really was like an aha? I've had a few aha moments. One of
Okay.
them, in the call center world, QA is a big deal, right? And it's the more resources you put in, the better output you get. And resources in our business is people and time and payroll and money. And you will never be able to listen to 100% of your calls. If you can listen to 5%, you're doing very well. With AI, we can listen to 100% of the calls, every single call, and we can know exactly what callers are asking for, exactly what questions we haven't answered correctly. And we can create reports and statistics so that the business owner can make those improvements quickly on the spot.
So you're doing report style. They get reports of different things that they can fix because data is gold. It's the new gold. Yeah,
Yeah,
gold's out there, and I know it's up in price, but if you've got data, it's a game changer for business. So walk us through the journey. So Steve Ramona, I have a plot. Let's just kind of improv so I
sure.
understand the system. So I've got a plumbing company,
Mhm,
and I've got 10 plumbers, and of course, jobs everywhere. Somebody can call in 24 hours, it sounds like.
yeah,
Let's take it from there. Somebody calls at 8 o'clock at night to talk about fixing a sink, let's say.
yeah.
What happens?
Okay, well, you're going to have to make a couple decisions.
Okay.
First of all, do you want us, the AI, to speak on price? Some people do, some people don't. So you have that option, right?
Okay.
If you have your pricing and we put it into the system, then yes, it's going to answer some questions about pricing. Now, you may want to set that up so that, hey, listen, if it answers questions about pricing, then we know we have a potential new client. If it's a potential new client, I want you to transfer it to this technician. If that technician's not available, then I want you to schedule a callback. Now, these are all configurable. I'm just giving you a
Yeah.
potential use case. But when we transfer the call to your technician, potentially, we say, hi, technician. Uh, it's the AI calling them. And the AI says, hi, this is your AI receptionist. And I have Bob on the line. Bob has asked how much you charge for this plumbing type of job. And would you like to take that call? Now, your technician can take it and say, it's still speaking to the AI. Yes, I'll take the call. The call is seamlessly transferred. Or your technician can say, no, I'm sorry, I'm unavailable. Please transfer it to Steve, my boss, because this is a big project, right? They asked about a $10,000 deal, or schedule a call, take a message. Any of these things can happen.
Okay, that's simple. It's much simpler than I thought it was. And the schedule call has not been a problem, even with, well, humans. Yeah, even humans gonna have to do that if Steve Road is not available. And people have no problem when they get that call back. And how fast is that call back?
Well, that's depending on the business.
Okay.
That's depending on the business. So right now we're configured with Google Calendar, and you'll configure your own Google Calendar within our system. We'll help you set it up. And the AI will look for times that are available. And you'll configure, I want 15-minute time slots. I want 30-minute time slots. Here's when I'm available. Here's when I'm not available. All these settings can be set up. Um, and so, but it goes into your calendar. So you have to call them back.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's because I'll get that. That's Xfinity is my cable, and that's
Mm.
really cool. They come up now. That's been around for a couple of years, where it
Yeah.
says, "Hey, if you don't want to wait, we'll call you back," which is really cool.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's a big step up, and you're doing that as well. But they actually will visibly see it. So it's 8 o'clock at night. I come in the morning, go, oh, I got two calls that I got to make with Jim and Debbie. They've got projects. I could jump on, make the call when I'm free,
Right.
and do that, or
Right.
I can calendar it in my day, which is even better. That integration is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's been a game changer. We're looking at other calendars. We've got a client who is an executive suite company. They have conference rooms, and so we've gone in and created a Google Calendar for every type of conference room. And so they have some conference rooms that'll fit 5 people, some that'll fit 10. The AI will answer questions and then direct them into the right conference room and schedule depending on availability. There was a call the other day. We love it. We had to put this call in our database for showing off how well this thing works. This lady called in. She wanted to book a conference room. And she calls in, she says, "Hi, I'd like to book a room for this date." And then she starts talking to herself. And she's like, "No, wait a second. Ooh, actually, I have a different appointment at that time." She goes through this whole song and dance where she says, "I want this time." She takes it back. Then she talks to herself. And I'm thinking, when we're listening to this call, we're thinking, no way. I mean, this is going to be a bugged call. Something's going to happen. The AI is going to mess up. It's not going to get the right time. And I'll tell you, Steve, it was a perfect call. I mean, we got the time right, we got the calendar right, we got everything was perfect. I couldn't believe it.
Through the AI.
Through the AI.
Never
Yeah.
talk to a human.
Yeah. Never talk to a human. Exactly. Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
That's a great, yeah, I can see why you put that in your testimonial. That is, because that's the thing people will be afraid of.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Nathan, I got this coming. Yeah, I'll test you out. And like this lady did tested the AI. Yeah, it sounds great, but let's test it out. And you get stuff like that happening, you're gonna be lining up out your door.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get his contact. I know you're all going, I want to learn more. We'll get his contact info here in a minute. Let's end with this. What does your future look like? More integrations, better AI? What do you see in the next 1 to 3 years?
Yeah, we're really focused on the receptionist. So we do see potential in other areas of problems to solve for clients. But right now, there's a lot of area in the receptionist of features we can add. For example, other calendars, more specific to the industry calendars. We'd like to be able to take payments over the phone. So that's another feature. A lot of the features are around setting it up and the ease of managing this as a business owner. We're working on a feature right now where you can upload documents with all kinds of information about your business, and that'll be used to train the receptionist. So these integrations, like you said, right now we have several integrations: Salesforce, HubSpot, a few others. We'd like to work on some more.
Well, the payment one is awesome because that takes the time.
Yeah.
That's one of the, the easy, hey, what do you need? I need a plumbing job. Great. Let me take your number. We'll call you back. Or let me transfer you. They're in and out. But the payment one, we've all been on those calls. What's your credit card? And, it just takes longer. So it's more time out of the company's business. Oh, that's.
And as a small business owner, not you know you're breaking PCI compliance when you take that credit card over the phone, right? But you also know, you're a small business owner. What else are you going to do? Well, this solves that. This will solve that. This gives you the PCI compliance. This makes sure you're not breaking any laws. You don't have a human, taking the credit card number of your client.
Yeah, even think about that. The human could take the credit card. There's bad humans out there and run it up and go crazy. Wow. That's, you've thought this all out. That's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Well, let's end with this. Enough about business. We'll get all your information here in a minute. Let's improv a little bit.
Sure.
So I've got a table at a restaurant reserved for you. I'm going to sit with you. I want to know, who would you invite, whether dead or alive, to talk to us, to mentor us, to ask questions? But more importantly, what food would you order as well?
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm very interested in talking to startup business owners right now, because we're in a unique position. We're a business that's been around for decades, but we have a startup product. So we sort of operate like both. So I'm very interested in talking to startup technology business owners right now. Obviously, I'd love to talk to Sam Altman and some of the big AI names out there. As far as food goes, cherry pie. I love cherry pie. I love cherry pie. I love ice cream.
Well, that's a great connection. Okay, you got me sold. I'll definitely get a chair at that table. Nathan, thank you for developing something pretty awesome to really make AI shine.
Yeah,
and I'm saying to our audience, this is shine. This is no human involvement, no Transformer or Terminator stuff that you're seeing. This is actually bringing value to you. People listening, I got a number of people that have businesses. How can they connect with you and learn more about this?
Yeah, please come to abby.com.
Okay.
We offer a free trial for the AI receptionist. So just click sign up now. It takes a couple minutes. We have you up and running and ready to go.
And this would be for entrepreneurs too. You just said a single lawyer that takes calls. They can take calls now with this, and they could reach out to you as well. A lot of entrepreneurs on here, solopreneurs.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
solopreneurs for sure. Yep.
I'm glad I finished with that. I just thought about that. I'm like, wow, that's powerful. Thank you again, Nathan. I really
thank you.
appreciate you taking the time. And audience, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And here's why: some of you hear this all the time with me, but these are gifts. What Nathan just gave us was a gift. You're a business out there and you're struggling a little bit. Maybe your staff problems, time's a problem. You can't get stuff done, or calls are getting lost. Hello, we got the answer. So take this gift and share it with your cousin, your family member, your friend, somebody you just met, and go, hey, just listen to Nathan. He's got the answer for you. That's what podcasts are all about, bringing value and impact to people with a link. With that being said, me and Nathan want to thank all of you for watching or listening to this podcast. And we'll see you all in the next episode of Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. Have a great day, everyone.